Well, that was awkward. It was kind of not in the right position. Hello! I trust you're all well. Had a good new year. Got considerably drunker than you probably should have done. Possibly did silly things. I don't know. I'm not you. You're not me. I'm also not your mum or your dad. I could be your uncle. His name is the Big Bad Wolf, but it's not the Big Bad Wolf, it's Da Big Bad Wolf. Not sure if that's cringy.
Be decisive.
No. Okay, look, I don't know what's going on here, but it's not the thing I asked for. Oh my god, my aim. My aim is atrocious. See, I wasn't sure whether or not I wanted to play Battlefield or we could play the Stanley Parable. So I thought what I'd do is I'd play Battlefield, see how I feel, whether or not this field of battle is any good. And if I'm not enjoying myself, we can play the Stanley Parable. Playing a lot of keyboard and mouse. Probably wondering how the fuck I managed to get upstairs.
You'll fight tomorrow.
I can fight now.
Ah, son of a bitch. I'm also vaguely, very vaguely hungover. Vaguely. Only a small amount. Not enough for it to really be super noticeable, but enough to know that I'm noticing it. You know?
I see one of them! 40 meters from my position!
Oh, you learned from your lessons. Good, good. I'm glad. There's nothing I like to see more than people who've learnt their lesson. But I'm afraid you didn't really learn your lesson, did you? Because you're still doing the thing I don't want you to do. Just camping. It's boring. Requires very little effort. On your part, or mine, for that matter. Well, that's awkward. And I believe there's a way up now.
Take some ammo!
Oh, no, that works. But I think I have a solution to this problem. It's a very good solution. It involves a Mr. McKay, some C4, and one of these things. And for the gun, go with something that is very difficult to beat. 12 auto, and for the pistol, another shotgun. Why not? That took some skill. Just sit outside the spawn point and shoot bullets into it. Yes. Amazing. Oh good, you've spawned me in exactly the same position. I'm so glad.
50 meters from my position.
You're not very good, bro. Okay. Game, could you please spawn me somewhere that isn't where I just was? That'd be glorious.
Grapple fire! One down! Charges set to blow!
See, I don't like the 12M. It's good for what I wanted to use it for, but it's not good because it doesn't have the range that I require.
Around 50 meters from my position. Look out!
Well, that's surprising. What did I do?
Enemy soldier! Careful of the mark. They're shooting at me! Under heavy fire! Hostile down! Going up!
That's the ammo.
Danger!
It was a bit potato, but it's fine. It seems as though everyone on this fucking map wants to just sit in a corner and camp. I don't quite understand why. Camping really is quite monotonously boring. The default scope is kind of weird.
Grapple in place!
Such campy fucks. I don't get it. Makes no sense to me. But is it supposed to make sense? Really? Is it? Is it supposed to make sense? This is the question. This is what I ask of you. Is it? I mean, I would fucking hope so. See, I don't understand how it removes accuracy. Well, it clearly adds it. The hitbox to that thing is non-existent. Hey, Sal, welcome to the stream. Holy shit, he's got my gun! Son of a bitch! I mean, I can understand why, it's a bloody good gun.
One down!
40 at 11. I'll take that. It's a win. So, because it's a members-only stream, it'll be a bit of a longer stream than normal. What I shall do is, after we've streamed Battlefield, I'll play the Stanley Parable. Excuse me. Clearing one's throat, you know? Always shitty. Oh, Stal, I'm not number one, but I appreciate it, I do. I really do. Anyway, Stal, I already told you what you need to do if you want more people to subscribe to me is you need to promote me on your channel. There we go. I can send you some videos and you can compile them.
Let's give him hell.
Subscribe to this guy. He cool. Subscribe to this guy. He doesn't care if you're Russian. Don't actually. I don't understand why people give so much of a shit. What your country does has nothing to do with its people. Don't panic. Why did the fucking... what? I'm really confused as to why that did nothing. So very confused. Son of a bitch. I actually need to change that. I assume it's DDR5, I'm not sure, it might be DDR4. But I need to change it as I now have 32 gigs. So let me just do that quickly. I don't know what it is that I have, if I'm honest. Commands, we need to change that from, okay, what's that? And timers, we've changed that from 16 to 32. There we go. And I suppose it's DDR, I don't know what it is, it's RAM. I don't know what it's called. 12 times scope. It's been insane.
Got one! Target down!
That worked quite well, though I died.
On the ground! Grenade!
Okay. No, 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 no. That's like, no, 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 no. Nope. Just no. That's just no. What the fuck? What are you doing here? I don't want to be here. This is awful.
Infantry troop! Around 60 meters from my position! I see one of the troops! Hostile infantry! 60 meters from my position! Grenades out!
Right, that's fine.
I see one of the troops! 130 meters! Grenade out!
I genuinely think this is boring. Ugh. Who'd have thought I got killed by someone camping, not moving? What a surprise. Jesus Christ. Just want a bit of movement, fellas, that's all. Let's see what that sounds like. don't understand personally why it would have to be so difficult in order for just a little bit of movement. You know? Doesn't seem like too much to ask, does it? Just, you know, moving a little.
Spotted a hostile! Significant distance!
Well, this is fun.
Ammo here! Located ammunition!
Okay, fair enough. Ah, this lobby is very annoying. It's very, 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 very annoying. This is super duper annoying lobby. I fucking heard you. I knew there was something near me, I just couldn't tell where. Jesus. I don't normally care or complain about camping. Like it's not something I really give a shit about. You can camp if you want to camp. But my god! There is camping and then there's whatever the fuck this team are doing. Jesus. It's insane. It's just fucking insane. Fucking mental. I'm sorry, but if your company's called Wellspring and you're into oil and gas, you're not a good company. You know? It's like the precursor to an environmental disaster. I mean, we can give it a go, I suppose. Nothing to lose. Set me a jar. Armor plates. We can just get one more shot off.
Go! Target is fucked! Release the cable! Enemy present!
Son of a bitch. What's the fire rate on that? 450? And this one is obviously 450. And this one? 60. Oh, okay. Well, we'll use this for a bit then. It's the triangular shaped one. I'm quite surprised I don't really have that many attachments for this gun. me. I apologize. How slip. I'm gonna say that's not the one I clicked on. I'll go with this. It's edgy, but I don't care.
Enemy soldier! 90 meters from my position. Watch my back. Meters away.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't lie down and camp like an idiot. Gets you nowhere.
Grenade for him! Got one! Enemy soldier, mark! East! Reloading, watch my back! Got one! Need a second to reload! Man down, they're hurt bad! Don't come over here! Come on! Target is spotted.
can see why I never use this pistol. It's just not good. This, in comparison, is way better.
We have a man down! Grenade thrown!
That was impressive. Oh wait.
Tango down!
Somebody's angry.
I need help! Somebody help!
Or, ignore my dead body. That works as well. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Really helpful. Really just super helpful. Just, just leave me to die. It's fine. Who needs to live, really? I mean, we're all ghosts, let's be honest. Rather poignant,
Let's give them hell.
Alright, apologies about that, I was just sending a message. I don't know. What gun to use? Oh, no, I don't know what gun to use, immediately picks the AAK.
Противник! Got one! Target down! I'm reloading! Good to go. Good раненые! I'm a grenade! Here! Extras! Target down! I'm reloading! Marking hostile! 200 meters! Get out! Frag! Take this ammo! I've got you, hold on. Threat eliminated! You're alive, but not safe! One moment! Reloading! Grenade! Pick up ammo!
It's kind of bullshit, but there you go. wonder, what attachment do I have? Champion muscle pack. Let's see. Well, I think we're going to slap that on. Because I can probably control the people. Horizontal is the thing. Shot on the side of the head, son of a bitch. I'm going to turn the furry off for a bit, and then just talk normally. I'll mute my mic. That way then you don't see his mouth move and stuff, you know? Just want to preface though, I'm not getting tilted or anything. Just wanted to mute my mic. No reason to talk, really.
I'm here. Don't move. Your ammo! Lead hit! Hostile down! Grenade out! Take the ammunition! Grenade outgoing! Reloading now! Ammunition! It's yours! One down!
Не ранен! Помогите! Назад! Держитесь подальше отсюда!
Progress down! Tactical wounded!
Stanley, быстрее!
We need ammo! Here, ammunition! you! Everyone, ready up.
See, the problem is, the team that I'm currently playing against are super duper hardcore crazy campy, so I don't really want to play against them in any capacity, if I'm honest. An armor... What? I'm sorry. No, I need to... An armor plate specialist. Okay. In loadout. It doesn't actually say deployed. Alright, well. That kind of makes me feel a little bit better. Why you would... I'd like... Just... Like, med pen mastery? Like, I don't get this. I don't understand why these are a thing. I wonder if anyone even has this. Wait, there's a soft lamp. I'm sorry, what? Really? I'm so really, there's a soft lamp. Oh fuck, there's a soft lamp. I didn't know there was a thing. Holy shit. See, I kind of think that as, like, so it shows the little video on the right-hand side about how it works. I kind of think that it's kind of pointless having the dudes that close to him. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just really weird. Like, if the tank was like further on in the valley somewhere and he shot him and then he panned over and the dude was like, I don't know, the tank would have to drive off. So the dude darts it and then the tank drives away. Like, and then he shoots it and then you see the rocket follow where the tank is and then blow up. Then that would be slightly more sort of, what's it? You know what I mean? But it's just not. Okay, that's interesting. See, I don't know. I get that it's explaining how it works, but it doesn't show you how to use it, you know? Like, for instance, with this, it sort of shows you how it works and how to use it. That sort of makes sense. Same with this, you know? You pop it down. And then, when enemies come on, when they walk through, they ping. But, like, even this, it shows you how to do it. But, like, who the fuck puts claymores like that? Okay. I kind of want to do my own versions. Record them. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Who's playing what and where are they? TZ's playing that. Oh, is there a game of Rush available? Because if there's a game of Rush, I'll play Rush. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. And the answer to that question is a resounding no, it seems. I'll hang around for a little bit, see what happens. I'm going to put the thing on. I can find my mouse. That was the wrong button. There we go.
Marking position of hostile soldiers. He's down. Come out! Reloading! Changing magazines!
You're a fucking animal! You're a fucking animal! I got fucking shot, man! Fuck, hostile! Hostile! Keep it on him! I gotta reload!
First aid.
Infantry! Let's fuck them off!
No. Down! I need someone to help me up!
Hey, buy me some time. I'm reloading. Fuck, I gotta reload. Hold up, man. That area looks dangerous.
Here's a med kit.
Tango! Fuck, I'm hit! Hey, help me out with some suppressive fire! Enemy soldier spot. Look over there! Cover us! We got a man down here! Gotta reload! Come on! Enemy motherfucking infantry right there!
Yo, here's a med kit.
Back it, buddy. Hey, give me some backup. Man, you're fucking slow.
Hey man, here's a med kit.
Stay on this. Fucking bullshit. Solid. Appreciate it, man.
Tango, drop.
Tango. You're racking up the kill.
Here's a med kit. They got one of ours. It's down.
Hey, hang in there.
Hang on, bro. You need some help.
Mag change.
I got your med kit here.
Cover me.
He's down. Give me some ammo. Oh no! We got a man down! Down!
Come on, man.
Somebody give me back! Let me take care of that wound.
Help.
I got you. Relax. I need a little help. He's down. I want to fix you up.
Get me out of here. Fight. Fuck 'em off.
Hey man, here's your med kit.
Around right here. Come on, do some work. I gotta reload. Don't you fucking
got you.
die on me. I owe you, man. How you been?
I've got eyes on a hostile soldier. Drop that dude.
Angry and accurate.
Here's a med kit. Tango, drop.
That's what I'm fucking. Shit. You're on a roll, man.
Reload. I want to fix you up.
Thanks, man. I really owe you.
got your med kit here.
Enemy soldier spotted.
Hang on, bro. You need some help.
How you want? Hey, get yourself up.
We got one of ours. He's down. I got you.
Brother, I'm bringing you back. Get down. Fuck me! Just keep breathing, man.
I'm out. Reloading.
Back off! Stay on the trigger! Reloading!
Throwing him back. I got your med kit here.
Man down! Man down!
Drop that dude. I'm out. Reloading. We got one of ours. He's down.
I can't do a goddamn thing!
Hang on, bro. You need some help. Down. Yo, here's a med kit.
There, man. Here, take it.
He ain't getting up. I got eyes on a hostile soldier. Don't worry about me. Stay in the fight. No, I'm down. I need someone to help me up. Here's your first aid. We got a man down. Shit, friendly down. Got it. Let me take care of that wound.
Solid. Appreciate it, man. Fuck, I didn't set up this. Nice shot. Move our team down. We're in the wrong place.
Got your med kit here. Chance. Reloading. Hey man, here's your med kit. We'll fix you up. He's down. down! Tossing a grenade!
Reloading, shoot me! Just fight!
Hey man, here's your med kit.
Well, I've been waiting in this queue now for almost 30 minutes. Actually. And at one point the lobby did look like it was going to fill up and
Max,
actually
you need a little
start
help.
working, but currently it's me on one team. That's 6 people on the
Get
kind of
yourself
done.
off of this!
I'll show you what I mean.
Here's your first.
This is what I'm dealing with right now. Which I'm totally fine with, you know, if that's what the game wants to do and make it like super difficult for me, I am totally down for it. I will definitely give it my best shot. Don't think it's gonna work though, if I'm honest. I think it's probably not gonna work at all. But there you go. I'll wait for another 10 minutes. I know it's like essentially wasting time, I guess, but I would prefer to play Rush if I had a choice of playing anything. So we're just gonna sit and wait for a bit more. But luckily, you guys have something to watch. You're not the ones staring at a screen. I'm staring at a fucking screen. So we'll give it, like I said, this clip that I've put on now is like, it's about 10 minutes long, so we'll go with that. 10 minutes. Anyway.
Got casualties! Target is spot. position.
Enemy infantryman!
Reloading, cover me!
Marking threat! 40 meters from my position!
Hostile down! That's a hostile! Не могу
Welp, I don't think it's going to work. The lobby keeps filling up with, like, it goes up to about 10 people and then it just, like, drains again. So, I'm going to make the executive decision. We're not going to bother trying to play Rush. It seems as though Rush is dead, which sucks.
Maria Falk reporting for duty.
I don't really know what to play. He says playing Breakthrough. Actually, to be fair, I do know what I could play. Okay, right. We're gonna BRB, and we're gonna change it to the Stanley Parable. But there's a couple of things I need to do before I can do that. So, first of all, I'm gonna mute the microphone. We'll get it all sorted, and yeah, we'll go from there. So, we'll see you in a minute. Well, hello. Just realized something. I actually can't play the music because if I play the music, I can't hear what's going on. So we'll turn this back up.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Wow.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how...
Right. I'm just going to make sure we can hear the game, so just bear with me. Again, I'm sorry.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after, but eager to get back to business,
Yes.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wow.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
I didn't know there was a thing there. Well,
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her.
okay.
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay. What if I can't? No, I can't just leave it ringing. Unplug it.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
I just
You
pulled it out.
actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please. Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality. Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late. Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to. I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What if I don't want to? Right it is.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, so I'm locked out of any choice there. That's funny. Wait, what?
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Shark 11.
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Nightshark 115. Okay, well, I mean...
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yes, there is.
You didn't mishear me, did you?
No.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure this is just a contrived bit, but... maybe if I hold that.
This is a crucial step.
Nightshark 117. 5? Nightshark 115.
Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door.
What?
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, so we're gonna go collect that figurine.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I did.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I mean, obviously.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can. Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
I'm sorry.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yep, I think I've missed the memo.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here, and now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Really. Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Nope. Why, baby? Oh, I see. There you go. I played it.
You heartless bastard.
Yes.
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there. Oh, no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing. Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun. Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for... Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley.
What? No. Hello. Hmm. Well, I see.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
The balloons are going. What?
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines, those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
I'm going to revisit the figurines.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley. And here was the second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own just by poking around behind the boss's office. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Then you could have picked them up.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember? Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, under the stairs. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything. Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
It's a giant apple.
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
I love the clip art. 10 out of 10.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else. And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figly and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like. And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone. No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Okay, that works.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more. And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched? Yes, I love that video. Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
A solid room, yes. Quite.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
I was wondering if we could go get the other.
This was our second Figly. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it, the very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this? Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories. Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one. And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready. Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and... The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spell-binding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, alright, well, I think I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you very much for watching. I quite like the fact that I did Battlefield and then played this, so that's quite good.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I did. It's the one I entered, the one on my left. Let's complete the story properly.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he'd coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway. Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
I see.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Oh yes, if only I could see weather, that would be good. Right, well, thank you very much for watching. I've enjoyed this stream, it's been pretty fun. Had fun on Battlefield and then I had fun on here, so it's all good. It's all good. Oh, I turned it off. Yep. Anyway, thank you for watching. You'll see me at the usual time, which is tomorrow, at the usual time of 3 PM. I've been your host, AK, and I'll see you later. Doodles, y'all. Oh, and Happy New Year.